What's up, you guys? It's your boy Bill Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. The NBA Finals are set, you guys. It's going to be the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Miami Heat, and Game 1 is going to take place on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. So don't miss out on Game 1 of the Finals, man. And also, my show is going to be on a special on Friday nights as we're going to recap, all the games throughout the entire series. So I'm going to pretty much do, a quick post game, reaction to a lot of these games, you guys, and give you my analysis and thoughts here. But we're 2 days away from the finals, so I'm going to give my little 2 cents of what I'm seeing out there. So here's my 2 cents of what's going on here in these finals. Okay, my viewpoint is that LeBron James must hit jump shots against the Miami Heat team, and here's the reason why. Okay, we know that Eric Spoelstra and LeBron James, have a very good added relationship with one another when they were together in Miami. Eric Spoelstra knows the strengths and weaknesses of LeBron's game, and LeBron knows the coaching tendencies of both Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley. There's going to be a lot of motivation from both ends to try to beat one another, but especially how things transpired, in the end. But my viewpoint is here simply as this: with the way that Miami plays, their defense, they play very good, crisp, sound defense, and they also can play zone too. So what I'm going to be looking for in this series is I would like to see LeBron turn the page from the 2013 NBA Finals when Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs played that sagging defense. LeBron took the opportunity to make his jump shots, and he made a and he was consistent in taking his jump shots. All right. Now, what I will expect from Game 1 is this: I expect a lot of a feel out process because both these teams have not met one another in a while, and so I think that there's going to be a lot of feel out process in terms of what LeBron is going to do against this Miami defense, how Eric Spoelstra is going to game plan, how he's going to defend against LeBron James. Now, the way I kind of see how this series is going to really turn into is how LeBron is going to adjust the zone defenses and how Miami is going to adjust how when LeBron drives to the basket. Now, the way I see Miami and how they play defense, they play crisp, sound defense. They talk together, they communicate on their switches, and when one defender gets beat, they collapse and help each other. So I expect a lot of offensive fouls on LeBron James if that's the case. Now, how I view this out, I would say that what LeBron needs to do is this: LeBron is going to have to be very judicious and very smart of how he attacks the paint. Okay, because if he tries to go in and try to attack the basket, recklessly, I think that he's going to get into a lot of foul trouble because what the Miami Heat is going to try to do is they're going to try to take away LeBron out of the series by basically assigning him to Jay Crowder, Jimmy Butler, and Andre Iguodala. Those three guys on Miami's team are going to take their turns guarding against LeBron James. Putting fresh bodies on him, making him expend a lot of energy. And the other thing I would expect the Miami Heat to do is make him take jump shots. Not try to sag, but try to close him out a little bit, make him try to take jump shots, and not try to let him attack the paint and create havoc on the defensive side of the ball. The way I look at it is simply as this: with LeBron, he's going to have to really be, very selective and very smart of how he attacks. Okay. And that he's going to be looking at those tapes about how Miami, reacts defensively. What do they do against their traps? How are they going to try to, collapse the defense to try to, recover for one another? And so this is going to be a very big key here. LeBron is going to have to really hit his jump shots and really try to make the defense come out and guard him on the perimeter so that way he can be able to attack the paint more effectively. But another key thing that people are going to have to understand is simply this: LeBron is going to have to rely on his teammates to hit the open jump shots. That means Contavious Caldwell Pope, Danny Green, and Kyle Kuzma. They have to hit their open shots because Miami is going to do their thing, basically trapping and double teaming Anthony Davis and LeBron James, trying to basically, limit their production. Therefore, those three guys have to basically hit their open jump shots, including Rondo too. Now, if that's not the case, if they are not able to put make any of their open perimeter jump shots, I wouldn't be surprised if they give J.R. Smith some playing time too to really get himself loose out there. Because with J.R. Smith, he has finals experience. He's played with LeBron, and he knows which spaces on the floor that he can basically take advantage of to hit open jump shots. You understand what I'm saying? Now, say what you want to say about J.R. Smith, okay? He can be a bit erratic. He can be just out of sync. But when his mind is right, he can really be a huge benefit for your team. And LeBron knows that. And so if I was, Frank Vogel, I would pretty much give J.R. Smith a chance in this series. Put him into the rotation and let him see what he do. Okay. And the thing that really is going to be another big key for me is that how are the Miami Heat are going to try to match up against the front line. Now I can see the Miami Heat, using a lot of pick and roll plays with Tyler Chiro and with Duncan Robinson to try to get them you know, to come out and defend them in the perimeter and try to, get the big guys in foul trouble. Because one thing which JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard are not good at is moving their feet, on the defensive side of the ball. And so I would see them possibly doing that. With LeBron, I think you would need to see him do more of playing off of the ball, learn how basically work against the vision of the defense and try to, attack. Now, I do expect him to be much more ball dominant and try to, space the floor and try to, collapse the defense. If I were the Heat, I would basically try to game plan. If he tries to collapse, take the charge. Put him to the free throw line. Give him hard fouls. Make him think about attacking before. Make him think about attacking the paint. Because the one thing that LeBron does not like as much, that is basically hard fouls, and physicality. He can basically take it, but up to a point. So, which means that he's gonna have to basically find a way to not just settle for the open jump shot, but to take enough of those jump shots to make the defense respect you. That is in equivalence to what I remembered back in the 2013 NBA Finals. Because Greg Popovich, what he tried to do with the matchups against LeBron is sag back, give him a cushion, make him try to shoot more of the same jump shots instead of having him raise havoc by attacking the paint and basically putting your defense in a compromising position. So the possibilities of those things are very, very likely. But I think that this is going to be a lot. This is pretty much going to be a feel out process in game one to see how both teams are going to pretty much react with one another and what rotations are we going to see when this as the series progresses. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I do believe that the LA Lakers talent superiorly is going to be a bit too much for the Miami Heat to deal with. But if Miami can find a way to steal one of the first two games in this series, it is really going to really shift the momentum in their favor. Okay, because the Lakers have not been tested as much. Probably, maybe with the exception, maybe of round one when they lost game one. But other than that, I think that they have not been, as significantly tested as they're going to be against the Miami Heat. And so we're going to see what we're going to see that that's going to be the case. But you know, with LeBron is going to have to really be efficient in this series and play like his normal superstar self. But he's going to have to be very, very smart because the one thing I know what Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra are going to basically do, rewind the tapes of when he was playing in Miami and figure out what his weaknesses are and try to exploit them. And that's what I'm pretty much going to be seeing. I could see them, forcing LeBron to go left because he's not strong at finishing left. Make him take jump shots from basically 18 and 20 feet from the basket. Make him give up the basketball when you basically double team him on the sideline, and basically when he kicks out the pass, make those other guys shoot the ball. And when they try to shoot the ball, I'm saying close out on them, make those shooters put the ball on the floor and drive them to the weak side defender to try to make sure that they can either block or contest their tough shots. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the kind of things I'm gonna be pretty much can expect from the Heat. Now, for the Lakers side of things, you got to be able to cut off the head of the snake, and that is Bam Adebayo. You're gonna have to make sure that you get Bam Adebayo in foul trouble and make them go into their bench. Because the one thing about Miami's bench, they have some good players off their bench, but they're not that deep. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how this is going to transpire. But I expect LeBron James to hit the majority of his jump shots, but he's gonna have to take a number of them, not a lot, but just a good amount of jump shots to make the defense respect him and make him guard out of the perimeter. So that way, his when he attacks the basket, it's much more easier for him to do that than just settling for the drives to the basket and putting yourself in a compromising position against the Miami defense. So that's pretty much what I can possibly see in this series. But I'm gonna put some more videos up, later on today and probably on Tuesday too, on what the Heat must try to do to try to beat against LeBron James and the LA Lakers. So that's pretty much what I believe. He's got to hit his jump shots. Go back to 2013. Remember how you played and pretty much hit those open jump shots. If they can do that, I like LA's chances. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section, you guys. All right. Peace.